Sauk Village Board meeting for December 11th, 2012 is now called to order. Will everybody please stand for the pledge? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Village Clerk, please call the roll.
Benson. Burton.
Here.
Hayes. Myers. Here. Hoskins.
Here.
Williams.
Here, let it be known that Trustee Benson did email and say he was not going to be here tonight. Item number C, can I have an appointment for Mayor Pro Tem?
I make a motion that I nominate Trustee Williams as Mayor Pro Tem in place of Acting Mayor Hanks.
Do I have a second?
Sorry.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, Village Clerk, call the roll.
Benson. Burgess.
Yes.
Hanks. Myers.
Yes.
Williams. Hoskins.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes. Okay, moving on to item number 2, public comment. All questions or comments must be directed to the mayor. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes to comment on the topic on the agenda. Each speaker will be allowed 1 opportunity to speak. Are there any comments from the public?
Rose Langston. I just wanted to know the actual amount on item 6B, where you're going to be levying tax for 2012-13. Is there a dollar amount that you can give us? Because I know we're getting an increase on the water bill in February of $2.
That amount is the sum total of $2,292,353 and no cents.
I mean, per resident, have you any idea? You really didn't need the total because it doesn't tell us anything.
We might not be able to have that information right now, but we did have somebody ask to repeat it, so I will repeat it. $2,292,353 and no cents.
Thank you. I'll see you.
Oh.
I can get the
Pardon?
I can get the clerk resident information tomorrow.
Okay. I'll see you at blood pressure on Monday.
No, there is no increase excepting only 3% of these. The county allows us to levy extra 3%. That's all. It costs about $66,000 from last year's levy to this year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's my understanding that normally they have a public meeting in reference to a tax levy. Is there going to be a public meeting?
The budget appropriation is a public hearing, a public meeting.
Also, Mr. Mohan, what percentage did you say that was?
3%.
3% increase?
3% increase from last year's tax extension. It comes to approximately about $66,000.
Okay, and
Mayor. The mayor controls the agenda. It was his decision to move public comment to the beginning of the agenda so that residents would have a chance to give their input on items that were about to be voted on by the board. This is done in many municipalities so that residents have an input before the decisions are made by the board, which may influence how the board decides to vote on agenda items. That was the decision of Acting Mayor David Haynes, the first board meeting that he was making.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's it.
Do we have any other comments or questions from the public? Okay. Moving on to item number 3, reports of officers, mayor's report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. I just have a couple of announcements as far as the holiday meeting schedule for the next couple of weeks. There will be no meeting on December 25th, obviously, due to Christmas. January 1st, obviously due to the New Year's. We will, however, have a special meeting after the December 18th committee meeting. There is some business action that needs to be taken prior to the beginning of the year. So there will be a special meeting posted that will take place after the committee meeting. We have presenters coming in during the committee meeting where we will be taking action at that special meeting. Also, there was a press release released last week, and it is in the hallway and also on the internet, regarding the change to when you may turn in your petitions, your nominating petitions for mayor, clerk, and trustee. That date has now been changed to December 26th. The village hall is closed on Wednesday, December 26th. However, I will be here in my office from 3 to 5 p.m. on Wednesday, December 26th, to accept the final days of nominating petitions. Since that date has changed, we also have the deadline for filing objections has also changed. 5 business days from December 26th. Therefore, the last day for filing objections to the certification of nominations will be Wednesday, January 3rd. Again, the village hall will be closed and my office will be open from 3 to 5 p.m. on Wednesday, January 3rd. Madam Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you, village clerk. Moving on to item C, village treasurer, Ms. Carmichael.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
On to item D, village attorney.
Thank you, Your report.
Item E, village engineer, Mr. Zardik.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Just want to update everybody that we've started work on the quiet zone improvements. In terms of the design work, we've done the survey, and then starting next week we'll be working on the IDOT and the Cook County permits that we submit in the near future, and then wait for them to be approved. I'd also like the minutes to reflect that Trustee Williams makes the best chocolate chip cookies. That concludes my report.
Mayor Pro Tem, I'm not going to get you any more cookies. Jim, is there any word on when IDOTs are scheduled for where they're coming down Torrance Avenue all the way to Steger? Is there any word on when that's going to take
I
place?
still don't know what that is. I can find out.
Okay, and then also over there on State Street, I guess we could go to the lineators over there. I think we could probably, I don't know if we want to do it right now in the winter, but I'm sure we don't have much to do over there. Just put it in, we don't have to wait on anything over there. To put the delineators over on State Street, I mean Cottage Grove, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Cottage Grove, yeah, we won't have much to do to put those in. So I mean, I'm just wondering, are we going to wait till next year after the snow season to put those in?
Oh, yeah.
At Cottage Grove?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Also, I know we were out there talking to seeing the railroad that's north of where their tracks are. We were talking about having someone, trying to find out if we can get someone to kind of fix that landing right there that's been abandoned for a while. I think that was the old E&J or railroad board. And it's kind of in disarray right now. I think it's the one, I'm sorry, yeah, north of the railroad tracks. That's kind of messed up on Torrance Avenue and also on Cottage Grove. So I don't know who we need to contact, but I think we need to try to find out who's responsible for that, because if we just keep letting it go, it'll develop into a big pothole, then it'll be a catastrophe at that time. So if we can find out who can can we talk to find out about that?
Will do.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments? Okay, item number 4, reports of trustees and board committees, Parks and Recreation Committee, Trustee Hoffman.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just wanted to say we're still looking for people to sit on our committee for the Sauk Village Outdoor Youth Sports Programs. We are looking at starting up the baseball program again, and also in the fall, I'm looking at hopefully starting a soccer league. So any help on any of those situations would be great. Thank you.
Item number 4, ordinance review committee, Trustee Myers.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Madam Mayor. Okay, just a brief report. I'm calling a special meeting for Friday at 7 p.m. for the Ordinance Review Committee. This session will be to review the input that the department head had looked at their sections in the code, and for us to make sure that they're meet us our requirements when we submit it back to mini code, where they continue to work on our revised code book. Earlier, about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I think there, a little longer, we made a decision to go and have our entire code book brought up to date. There's some things in there that goes pretty far back, so we're calling a special meeting 7 p.m. and Madam Clerk, could you make sure that gets out on board and everything for me?
Sure.
And that's about all I have at the present time.
4C, Economic Development Committee, Trustee Burgess.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. A couple of quick things. First of all, I was just informed, I think, last week that we're still in the running to try to get the business that we're trying to secure over in BP Partners from Indiana. So I was informed that we had lost out on that bid, but then I just found out yesterday, that being Monday or Friday, I think it was one of the two, that we are still in the running. We have an uphill battle, but we're still in the running to try to secure the business. It's a pretty big business that we're trying to get over into the logistics that are over there with DP Partners. Also, as I stated before, anyone looking for jobs over in that logistics center or period in the industrial parks in the village, a lot of them are using Davis temporary agency. It'd be behoove you to try to go there first before you go to the particular business, and at least put an application there, and then go back to those businesses and let them know that you have applied, and then you give them your name. Also, Illinois Tollway Department is hiring collectors at this time. I get emails from them all the time. They're hiring collectors. They do it online. I have the online information for anyone that would like to have that. After the meeting, I'll give you the information to let you know where to, because they do all their hiring online, so you can do it online to try to get, I guess, it's statewide, so you're not going to do it by yourself. You won't be the only one, but at least you'll have a chance to put an application in, and then there may be other things that you may qualify for. Also, we're looking at another, I won't say business, another opportunity that's going to come into the village pretty soon. So we get the paperwork and everything finalized, I'll let the board know exactly what it is we're trying to bring into the village. And this particular entity will require a town hall meeting and something for that the people have to be able to ask questions and things like that. So this business it's not a temporary, it's what they're trying to bring through the village, and it will require the residents to be involved. I would like to be, Madam Clerk, be placed on the agenda for next week for our advertisement for the economic development. We're going to put together our booklet, and we want to present that to the board so we can get those printed out and in the hands of the proper people. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Burgess. Public Relations Committee, I would just like to report that we did not meet last week due to illness. We will be meeting here tomorrow at 7 p.m. to discuss Student Government Day and get that all rolling. If you would like to be part of that, please let me know, or you can be present at tomorrow's meeting. Item number 5, reports of departments, committees, and commissions. Fire Department, Police Department, 911 Commission. Chief Operator.
Mayor, trustees, village residents. I'll start out with the police department report, since they're always long. Between the dates of December 4th to December 11th, the police department responded to 380 calls for service. This includes 6 accidents, 8 burglaries, and 19 domestics. There was a fatal pedestrian accident Wednesday, December the 5th, in the 2200 Sauk Trail. This involved a 40-year-old resident. On December the 6th, officers arrested a subject that broke into a house to commit a burglary. He was also arrested, and they also recovered a handgun. On December the 9th, a 29-year-old male was found deceased in his residence. The cause appears to be a natural death. Police are awaiting results from the autopsy. And on the 11th, today, Sauk Village officers arrested a subject this morning that stole a Linwood squad car and led police on a brief chase. The village sticker detail was very successful, and residents should be warned the police will be out there again. I'm not at liberty to give a date, but I'm sure you'll see it when it happens. Police cars have all been repaired, but all but 2 are now on the streets. Tires have been purchased and the vehicles are receiving the tires as soon as we can get them on. Most squads have been fitted with the new tires. We have recently received the resignation of Officer Teller. We are in the process of hiring 2 officers. One of these officers will replace Officer Teller, who was hired under the grant. The second officer is being hired to replace Officer Torres, not to let me work also. Fire department. From November 23rd through December the 6th, the department responded to 19 different calls. In the fire department report, a special thanks to Marvin, Linda, Sharon, and all the people who came to the fire station and decorated for Santa Parade. They did a fantastic job. I want to put them down. Fire Department Association will be holding a pancake breakfast for Santa on Sunday, December 16th, from 8 in the morning until noon. Adults are $5, kids and seniors $4. If you want a picture taken with Santa, bring your camera. The cold weather is finally upon us, just as a reminder. Please be sure to keep any spacing used away from objects. And if you've got a live Christmas tree, please keep it watered. We don't want to have to come and water it for you. Remember, a dry Christmas tree is a major fire hazard.
Thank you very much.
Madam Pro Tem, I just want to say, Al, that was this is the first time we've had a detail report like that in quite a while. I just want to commend you and your staff for bringing itemization back so that people can actually know what's going on in the village, what to look out for, or what's happening, and what the police department and fire department. I just want to commend you and your staff for that. Thank you.
Item number 5B, Public Works Department, Mr. Weller.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Just almost the first item on there is we need staff. Everybody knows that. We still have not received, as of yet, the ones that were in the budget. I understand the budget is tough, but we'll always ask. Parks, we've had a large amount of complaints about residents stopping and dropping a lot of garbage at the parks. Literally, we're finding home garbage bags in the garbage cans. They're filling them up, overflowing them. And within a few days, that ends up coming straight all over the park. By Frank Wagner or Grand Avenue, if you're familiar with that street, we found some couches, beds, miscellaneous TVs, glass tables, miscellaneous stuff like that. We ask residents, please do not dump around Sauk Village. If you have a problem with your garbage pickup, talk to the neighbors, but do not dump materials on village property or on private property. It's a big expense to the village to be picked up. Next item, street lights. We've had a large amount of complaints about street lights. We are out as often as we can. We did repair 9 street lights, 6 on Sauk Trail, 2 on Torrance Avenue, and 1 out in Deer Creek. We still have an outstanding pole in Deer Creek that can actually take care of that out there. South side shut-off list is out. We started it on Monday. And we will continue on Thursday on the list this cycle. It is 140 on the cycle. Hopefully residents will get up and pay their bills so we don't have to shut them off. Storm branches, we still have not been out. We have a delay on the storm branch pickup. We're hoping to start next week, as long as we don't have any delays or emergencies. But we're not accepting any more piles, just the branches that came down in the storm. So we can leave them in the parkway. We won't receive any tickets or warnings at this time. Patchwork around town is continuing. We started in the east side of town, and we will continue with the east side, and we'll move to the north side, and the south side, and on. We do have a few areas in the industrial parks we will be taking care of last. We have to do some more permanent repairs out there because of the heavy traffic. We also have some complaints over in Strasburg of a leak. When we have a leak that we cannot locate, we do not want to go into an area and destroy the road and the parkway and trying to locate this. So sometimes we have to wait to see if it serves itself. This one is not servicing any faster, so we have a leak detection company that will come out and pinpoint this at a cost, but then once it's been located, we will dig that and hopefully take care of the problem. And hydrants, I know that's a hot point for a lot of residents. We do have a safety issue. We have hydrants in areas that there's a lot of problems. We have received 5 of the 10 hydrants that we've ordered, 2 of which will be started to work on next week. The first one will be 221st in Shirley, and the second will be 223rd in Nichols. These are both locations of hydrants that were damaged due to accidents, and we did recover from the insurance companies. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Administrative Services Director, Mr. Trustee.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Just a few things. Over the weekend, 2463 Talantis was knocked out. They did not have any permits. Now I'm going after Safeguard because apparently they did that over the weekend. Secondly, a big item, I'm being falsely accused, along with Sue, of ignoring unsecured homes in Sauk Village. I want to bring it to the board's attention. We have to do something with these houses. Sue has given me a list of houses just by driving down the street that the front doors are wide open. I typed them up in Excel, and I did speak to Acting Mayor Hanks. The board has got to make a decision on these. I'm surprised we're not having more fires. There's at least 30 of them just from driving down the street that are wide open. I went over last night to look at this house that was removed on Talandis, and a couple of them on Navajo. The front doors are wide open. Code enforcement and the police department need direction from this village board on how we're going to move forward with these boardings, because I'm tired of people accusing me and my one employee of ignoring the situation we're at. So I don't know how, we need to do something. I know it's very costly. You're probably looking at $400 or $500 per home, at least, because some of these are missing windows. The doors are wide open. They're really in bad shape.
Can we find out, first of all, who owns these homes? If it's owned by the bank, if it is, can we find out if we can put a lien on them? And then find out what the cost is. Yes, we'll have to go ahead and do that for safety reasons. We'll have to, if you can bring the cost back to the board, I'm sure the board can vote on it. But we need to find out what the cost is, and also who can we send these bills to?
Well, Trustee Burgess, that's the problem. I mean, we've been on the phone for 3 or 4 months with some of these people. They do not want to take responsibility for these vacant homes. It's a vicious circle. I can't get anywhere with these people. When I had Bev, 3-4 hours on one house. It's all a runaround. They do not take responsibility. I don't know what direction to move.
If we could just, okay, then we'll just have to slap a lien on the property, period.
Well, that's what I talked to Acting Mayor Hanks about. We do need to start boarding these places up and filing liens. If the village attorney or Trustee Myers would like to sit down with me to give me the steps on how to go about filing liens, I'm willing to do it. But we got to get this place cleaned up. I mean, somebody's going to get hurt in these houses.
But then could you bring us the cost, and then we can go forward with that?
Well, Rich Construction, it depends on how many openings. I mean, they give us the best deal. but you're still looking at a lot of money.
But what I'm saying is I don't want someone, even rich construction, I don't want them to come and say, okay, they did this. I mean, if we're going to have X amount of homes, we need to get a price. They can go out there and price it out. But I don't want to do it ad hoc. I don't want to just say, okay, well, they'll do this one, and the next one will be a different price.
Yeah, I know that Rich Construction gives the village 35% off from the top. I guess it depends on, the price depends on how many openings there are. I mean, they vary from house to house.
Right. I mean, but they can go around and look at it. I mean, if it behooves them, they're going to get people if they're, well, if something like that, the way you sounded, may have to be bid it out. I don't know. Depending on how high it is, but they can still go and look and see what it is, and they're making money. So let them go and check it out, and let us know what they can do all the homes for. And if we have someone else, if we have another company or something that can go out and do it too, then bring it back to the board. And you're right, we can get this done as soon as possible. But at least we can have a price. We can know what it is that we're trying to deal with, and how much we're dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, the headlines are code enforcer / liquor commissioner don't care about, vacant homes. Well, that's not a fact. I mean, we've been working, I have one girl that's doing everything. I mean, we're running tickets. We write a lot of tickets. And we're doing good on collecting money for those tickets. We had 91 tickets on the court docket for this month's court call. 3 people showed up. I mean, this is the kind of mentality that we're dealing with. I mean, now all their fines are done, and now they're calling me crying because they got a default. I mean, there's a lot of things that we're able to do, but I mean, with one person, I help personally myself help the police department do the sticker detail. Me and Sue were out there at 7 in the morning. We had a great, we worked great together. We got a lot of tickets. I mean, but we're only us. I can't say that we can board up when it costs the village money.
No, the board understands that. I'm just saying that we can get a price. You want Rich to come out, or whoever you have to come out and look at and assess it. I don't want to just, today they may say it's $300, and then all of a sudden they may say, well, we have, you didn't see this, and you didn't see that's going to cost more, or whatever. I mean, quite naturally, if you have X amount, you have, 30 houses, look at 30
well, that's 30 that we know of. I mean, every day we drive by and there's more. I mean,
it's going to do a little due diligence on our part, but we still have to take care of this issue, and we have to start somewhere. So that's the best way. At least start boarding them up and sending the paper trail out there.
And I will put the list that I have composed right, as of today, in your guys' mailbox so you can see them. I mean, you can drive by them yourself and see how bad they are.
I mean, this has been an ongoing problem, but we need to take action now. Because it's getting ready to get cold out there, and people are going to squat in those homes. And you're going to have more problems. So, yeah, we need to take care of that as soon as possible, and then this will give the police something to do. So they might say that house, at least they're not going in to a house that's open. And that's the main thing. And then kids are not in that house while it's open like that. So if we can get this taken care of, just let us know what it is, and then we have to go from there.
Okay. I'll check with Rich, or if you guys want to put it out for bids. I mean, that's...
But if it's a certain amount, we have to.
Okay, first of all, I know where Sherry's coming from. You won't get a bill just for a simple door and a window. They can throw a hacksaw, they throw a 16-penny nail through it. But a good foot can open that door right up. So you're going to look on average at least no cheaper than $250 up to $450. And she had that breakdown already, but she brought it to this board. And way about a year or so ago, we decided to stop boarding them up when we thought Kevin might have some manpower developed, and we pulled Kevin's manpower and we went down completely. And then there for a while we didn't do anything about it. Well, as I mentioned back then, I will mention now, and you can confer with the attorney, we are liable. We're very liable because we know about it. Sherry just brought it up and made it public, so therefore makes us additional liable. Sherry can file a lien in the county court. It costs her $42 per house. Put the lien out. However, that may not get taken care of until someone purchases that house. Or we can, and it has worked. I'll talk to Sherry about it, and I'll talk to the attorney about it. The bank still owns that house. If they want to foreclose on it, that is the bank's property. Well, bank presidents don't like to get summons to court. Let's summons the bank president to court. They get very upset when you do things like that. I will get with the attorney, and I will get with Sherry, and if you don't mind, we'll see what we can do. I do also know that Cook County has a delinquent housing fund out there. However, most of it's being used in the city of Chicago, but I think the attorney's going to look and see if there's any funds or a court we can file in court for delinquent houses. Will County you can. I'm not too sure about Cook County. I know Will County you can. You get assistance from Will County. However, we're part, most of ours is in Cook County. And Sherry, your schedule tight tomorrow?
Mayor Hanks has me going to a diversity luncheon at noon. I believe I'll be in Olympia Fields. I don't know how long that's going to take. It's a meeting and a luncheon. Probably got to be here around 11.
Tomorrow afternoon, about middle afternoon. My schedule is free. I can meet with you and run you through the lead process, and we'll take a trip over to Martin Wild, walk you all the way through it.
Okay, that sounds good.
I have a question. Would you be able to compile that list and possibly talk to Rich and present it, if not next committee meeting, which is next week, the first committee meeting in January, which would be the third week of January, the 15th?
I can get it. I can call John from Rich Construction, and I can go over. I can have him meet with me, give him the list, and see kind of an estimate on what he can do. I can even have him here if you guys would like to meet him on the committee.
I think that would be very good, so we can kind of get exactly a gauge of what services are going to happen, and the residents too. What's going to happen, how much it's going to cost, rough ballpark. I'm not saying that we can do all 30 houses, and there's more than 30, but if we did a schedule of 5 homes every couple months or whatever, then that might be something we'd be able to work out. But that's something I think the board needs to sit down and decide. But I don't think it's going to be able to happen by next week, which is the last meeting of the month, but maybe by January.
All right, well, I'll get a hold of Rich Construction and see if they can come to the board meeting, the committee meeting, and talk to you guys with prices. And also, I'll meet with him and give him the list that I have, and he can kind of go look at them and see what he thinks each one of them is going to be.
All right.
No problem.
One last question. If they don't show up in your report, what happens?
What happens is, the day of the court, we mail out default letters for failure to appear. The fines are double on those, and they have to the 10th of the following month to pay those. If they don't pay them, Gerald rolls them over and they go to the collection agency.
While back, we passed a ordinance that if failure to pay fines, some of the possible, could you check into if we file that through the state that driving privileges can be pulled? There was an ordinance on the book, I don't know if the state passed or not, that if they default on the local court stuff, if we can file through the Secretary of State for driving privilege. I know I can do it over there if it's involved a vehicle and stuff like that, but they're supposed to change that. Could you look into that, Mark?
Sure.
Maybe you can play that angle.
Yeah, I mean, we write a lot of tickets for, parking on the street. Now we are writing village sticker tickets again. On the 91 tickets, 3, I think, out of both departments, maybe 8 people showed up in court. So that's what we're up against. So, okay, well, that concludes my report, and I'll get back to you with that information, and we'll get that scheduled. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to the Finance Director, Mr. Ralph.
Thank you, Mayor Burton. Regarding TIF administrative expenses, we have asked for a reimbursement in the amount of $42,285. Out of $42,385, we have already gotten about $32,000 from Amalgamated Bank, and it is in our bank account. The next thing is we have installed 2 new copiers in the police station. One is a color, another one is a black and white. The 2 are at an estimated cost of about $13 over than what we are paying now. For example, if it is $250, we are going to pay $266 instead. It's $263, about $13 increase. The third thing is cleaning services we have initiated the lease, and we have come across with the contract for the next year at a savings of almost about $7,000. Right now, we were paying at the rate of $2,800 per month. That has been reduced into $2,000 per month. So there's a cost savings of about $7,000. The last thing is we are asking for the renewal of workers' compensation insurance. We are going to save about $20,000. Mr. Tom Kelly of Hub International is going to give a detailed explanation as to what we are going to look at it for the next year. And last one but not the least one, we have $183,76.50 in corporate account. And we have $40,077.60 in Illinois funds accounts. That ends my report.
Thank you. First of all, back to the copier. These copies that are going to go over to the police department, and also, I guess we're going to get some over here too. Are we going to?
Not right now for corporate. Not right now for the village house.
Okay, but do those copiers come with IDs? Whether you have to have your ID or a ID pin?
Not yet. It's going to be installed.
That's going to be installed over there. Okay.
I've spoken with the secretary, Lisa Gibbons, and it will be going to be installed.
And then also here, what do we have to do to have that done here? Can we get that done as soon as possible?
I don't know. Sherry, did you take care of it? She's going to check it and let you guys know.
Okay, because we'd like to get that done as soon as possible to have ID users. Also, you said general fund has $183,000 even in it?
No, $183,076.50. And Illinois funds $40,077.60.
So after this account's payable, we'll have basically $11,000 left in general fund.
Yeah, and the payroll is also coming.
Well, the payroll's already paid.
No, this is the last payroll. This is the last. This payroll is the last payroll we have already paid, and there is one more coming for this Friday.
So, okay, then my question is, where will we be this Friday?
We have to borrow from us again to water sewer fund.
How much?
I have to get the information tomorrow. I don't have the exact information. The payroll has been done.
Could you
the figures will be done tomorrow.
Could you let us know before that happens?
I will do so. I will send an email tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. That ends my report.
Emergency Services and Disaster Agency, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. From November 23rd to December 6th, that's when we responded to 22 calls. And just a reminder to everybody to have a safe holiday and driving while you're traveling. And that concludes my report.
Okay. Senior Committee, Ms. Langston.
Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. Just a little reminder, I did mention last meeting that the circuit breaker application deadline is approaching, and it must be renewed annually in order to receive benefits for the year 2013. Seniors are being targeted in various fraud scams, and especially during the holiday season. You need to avoid insurance marketing scams and home health fraud. Just do not give out your Medicare or Social Security number. You need to protect it like a credit card. Review your Medicare Summary Notice, which is MSN for accuracy. Report any suspected Medicare fraud and abuse to the Illinois Special Medicare Patrol, that's SMP program, and the number is 800-699-9043 for assistance, or visit their website, which is www.illinoissmp.org. The Senior Committee's free blood pressure screening program, co-sponsored with the Plan Group, for all village residents, not just seniors and village employees, has been the day has been changed from Wednesday to Monday. That's due to the closing of the village hall on Wednesday. The next screening is on Monday, December 17th from 1 to 2 p.m. And you can see the posted flyer or flyer in the literature rack for the future scheduled dates. The next free monthly senior movie is North to Alaska at the McConaughey Library on Monday, January 10th at 11:30. A free lunch will be provided by the library. Reservations are required since seating is limited. Need to call 757-4771. Blood pressure screening will precede the lunch and movie. Participation and continuous donation from seniors to our free book exchange program continues. Flyers are available for free blood pressure screening, basic computer class, monthly movie, and Zumba Gold classes. They are posted and available in the lobby and in the Senior Center literature rack. I do want to mention that the next Thursday, I believe it's the 20th, computer class, the time has been changed from 6 p.m. to 1 p.m. due to some conflicts in schedule. Participation and continuous donation for, the ceramic continues to be on Wednesday morning. Sauk Village Fun Club, their free basic line dance class will be not be meeting this Sunday, and there's question on the balance Sundays in December. The Leisure Timer have changed their time to the last meeting of the year, this coming Wednesday, December 12th to 5 p.m. The Sunshiners' next meeting is on Monday, December 17th at 7 p.m. They will be electing officers in January. Sauk Village VFW continues to meet on the second and fourth Tuesday at 7:30. Sauk Village Bluegrass meets every Sunday at 6 p.m. The BMW Crossroad meets at third Tuesday, 7:30. And all groups are still looking for members. Boone Township's Illinois Yellow Dot program continues, and appointments are being taken still for any assistance in benefits. And unfortunately, there were no seniors signing up for the Dancing with the Senior activity, so I imagine that's probably going to be canceled. Recipes for the second cookbooks are still needed for this winter printing. And the next senior committee luncheon is Tis the Season, is on Tuesday, December 18th at Glenwoody Golf Club. Doors open at 11:30. And this Friday, December 14th, is the deadline to purchase the ticket. Cost is $4 for township seniors and non-township seniors, $8. There will be no formal senior committee meeting this coming Thursday, December 13th, only a gathering at my home. This concludes my report.
Human Relations Commission and Beautification Committee, Ms. Margaret Court. Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. Human Relations Committee will go first, and beautification will not be reporting this evening. The committee asked for a status of the budget decline letter that was stated that we would be receiving a couple of months ago. Is your status?
I can check with Acting Mayor Hayes on that.
Okay, thank you. And then the committee also asked for consideration to be included in budget for this fiscal year coming up. Because we still would like to do the directory, and that is going to cost roughly $3,000 as we had anticipated.
before. However, we are moving forward with the fundraiser. We had talked about the Community Bricks program, and we do plan to move forward with that. Community Brick alone will cost $50 each, and then if people desire a replica brick, that would be an extra $25. We will be selling them brick sizes 8x4 and 8x8, so that that would make it really easy and will not impinge upon the current design that's out there. We were also contemplating moving some of the bricks that are out there and really putting them in categories according to the service that the person represented, and then the other ones would be just the memorials. When we were out there not too long ago, I was watching how people were looking for the brick of their loved ones, and they were, it was really an arduous task for them. So this way, if you're with one particular armed service, those bricks will be situated in one area, another, and then those who just want to recognize, their loved ones, those would be in another area as well, possibly alphabetical. But if we're looking at this being an ongoing project, which is what we're anticipating, then eventually the alphabetical order would go haywire anyway, so we may not do that. We are looking at submitting for online applications as well as paper applications, and we're planning to place the order by February and then every February thereafter. And one other thing that we mentioned the last time I reported, there will be 4 seats available on the Human Relations Commission after December 31st. And so we are soliciting letters of interest, and if anyone is interested, we would like them to notify us by letter by January the 3rd. I will be submitting some information to the village clerk and or to you so that it can go on the website as well. That concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Housing Authority Commission, Mr. Gary Holcomb.
No report at this time, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you very much. Moving on to item number 6, ordinances and resolutions. Item A, a motion to approve an ordinance amending the village code to define and abate nuisance rental housing units and provide a crime-free rental housing and enforcement.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to table this item temporarily so I get some more additional information on it.
Is that a motion to table?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, and we have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, village clerk, call the roll.
Benson. Burgess.
Yes.
Hicks. Myers.
Yes.
Hoskin.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. Item number 2, motion to approve an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the 2012-2013 fiscal year for the village of Sauk Village, counties of Cook and Will, Illinois. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, village clerk, call the roll.
Benson. Burgess.
Yes.
Hicks. Myers.
Yes.
Hoskin.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes. Motion carries. Moving on, item number 7, new business. Item A, approval of accounts payables and disbursements for November 28, 2012 through December 11, 2012. Do I have a motion?
Madam Pro Tem, I'd like to make a motion that we approve it with the understanding and with the numbers that we're supposedly going to get back from the finance chairman, which we don't know what they are right now. So I really think we need to either table this or wait until we find out what the numbers are going to be, because we can't pass it. I would like to table it until we get and then I guess we can act upon this at the regular, there's going to be a special meeting anyway next week, right?
There will be, so that's a motion to table.
Well,
Do we need a second? Because we can't have any comments until we have a second.
Second.
Okay, so motion and a second. Comments and questions? Mr. Rao?
Right now, we have enough funds to cover to pay off this accounts payable. Moving forward, the next payroll, which is due on this Friday, we need to borrow money from water sewer company. Right now, we have enough money to cover all the accounts payable. The first item, the payroll in the amount of $191,897.72. We have already paid and we have taken care of everything. Right. The only that portion that needs to be paid out is $168,235.27, which we have enough funds available. And the expenditure which are noted in the accounts payable are essential, and the money has to go out. Otherwise, the insurance, we will have a problem of cancellation and those stuff.
Okay, Madam Pro Tem, with that said then, are we setting my motion to table? And
We have a second.
All right. One question I asked Director. We have everything here covered, correct?
Yes.
All right, are we sending?
okay, well then I'll go make a new motion to pay the accounts payable as written right here for this particular time, and then after that, we'll just have to do something about this coming Friday. But okay, then I'll just make a motion to pay the accounts payable in the amount of $364,814.61.
Do I have a second? Okay. With a motion and a second, any comments or questions?
Could we have, I'll read that figure one more time? Maybe the trustee ought to read it while we're
No, 364.
The total amount is $364,814.61.
That's clear. Thank you.
Any more comments or questions? Hearing none, village clerk call the roll.
Benson. Burgess.
Yes.
Hanks. Myers.
Yes.
Hoskin.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes. Motion carries. Item 7B, a motion to approve renewal of Hub International Inc. as a broker of record for workers' compensation insurance. Motion.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any comments or questions?
I have a question. Mohan, do you have?
All the questions the questions regarding workers' comp, Mr. Tom Kelly might be able to answer if there are any.
I do have a question. Is it going to cost us any more?
No, actually,
We're going to get you a microphone, Mr. Kelly.
You need something passed out?
Yes, it's working. I have a proposal that I can distribute to the board if you like.
It's the same proposal that we already got last week.
Okay, Rohan distributed? Yes, it is the same.
Copies were given to the trustees last week.
Okay. So we can hit this pretty quickly. Page 2 lays out the premium cost, which is less than your current year. We can walk through it on page 2. So the current premium is $238,175, and the renewal is $218,641. So you're looking at about a $20,000 savings there. In addition, there's a footnote, and the Illinois Public Risk Fund, which is your workers' comp insurance carrier, based on profitability and premium volume,
They provide various grants that you apply for. And last year you were able to apply and be eligible for a grant in the amount of $4,500, which was approved and distributed to you. And this year you're eligible for a grant of $10,600, which Mohan has applied for. So you could look at, an additional savings of $10,000 in net through this dividend and grant. The balance of the proposal just kind of breaks down the total quote in a little more detail. One note I did want to make is that the Illinois Public Risk Fund has a common expiration date of December 15th, which they've now changed to January 1. So there'll be a 15 days of premium and payroll will be included in the audit. So instead of it running from December 15th, 2011 to December 15th, 2012, it'll go from December 15th, 2011 to January 1, 2013, in effect making it 12 months and 2 weeks, 15 days more. There's about 500 public entities in this program, and they all have the same anniversary date, which has now been changed to January 1. The other insurance, just for your information, your property and liability insurance, the balance comes up March 27th. This is a different date because of the common program anniversary for all of the Illinois Public Risk Fund members. The other thing, just for your interest possibly, is the loss history for your workers' comp is included on page 5. And you can see there's been a nice improvement over the past several years, which contributes to the reduction that you've seen. The other thing we have seen is the marketplace in workers' comp has hardened and prices have gone up just based on the market conditions regardless of loss history. So this Illinois Public Risk Fund program is very competitive. Combined with your improved loss experience has resulted in this reduction in your costs. So if anyone has any questions, I'd be glad to answer those.
Yeah, I just have one question. I see that it is, as you just stated, that we are on an upswing. We're starting to save money. Is that due to lack of claims filed?
Yes, just as to run by the past 5 years, roughly, you've gone from 309,000 in losses to 184,000, 148,000 in losses to 142,000 in losses, down to under 100,000 in losses. So you're trending in the right direction. So if that continues, we can anticipate, future savings as well.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Nope. Okay, we have a motion and a second. No comments and questions. So Village Clerk, please call the roll.
Benson. Burgess.
Yes.
Hicks. Myers.
Yes.
Poskett.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes. Motion carries. Moving on to item number 8, approval of minutes. Item 8A, September 18th, 2012, committee meeting. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
And comments or questions? Hearing none, Village Clerk, please call the roll.
Benson. Burgess.
Yes.
Hicks. Myers.
Yes.
Poskett.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes. Motion carries. Item B, September 22nd, 2012, special board meeting. A motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none, Village Clerk, please call the roll.
Benson. Burgess.
Yes.
Hicks. Myers.
Yes.
Poskett.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes. Motion carries. Item 8C, October 2nd, 2012, committee meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any Any comments or questions? Hearing none, village clerk, please call the roll.
Benson. Burgess.
Yes.
Hanks. Myers.
Yes.
Poskett.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes. Motion carries. Item 8D, November 6th, 2012, special board meeting. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none, village clerk, please call the roll.
Benson. Burgess.
Yes.
Hanks. Myers.
Yes.
Poskett.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes. Motion carries. Item 8E, November 8th, 2012, special board meeting. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? No. Village clerk, please call the roll.
Benson. Burgess.
Yes.
Hanks. Myers.
Yes.
Poskett.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes. Motion carries. Item 9, miscellaneous business and comments and questions from the trustees. Trustee Poskett?
Yeah, Ms. Williams, Debbie, on your letter here that you have out for the press release, it says that the last day for objections for certifications is Wednesday, January 3rd. That should be January 2nd.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I will change that. That did go up to attorney from you. We both, thank you very much.
Any other comments from the board of trustees? I actually have a couple. Number one, I just wanted to know if we could possibly put the question of comments from audience members on the first agenda for January. I know you said that Acting Mayor Hanks made that change, but we had a resident bring it up tonight, and we had a resident bring it up last Tuesday night as to why the public comment was moved to item number 2, so maybe we could discuss at a committee meeting. Then we could kind of, Trustee or Acting Mayor Hanks could explain himself and let the board and the audience know exactly why that change happened.
Are you saying that you'd like to have that added on the next committee meeting?
No. No, the first committee meeting of January, which would be the 6th of
First committee
January.
meeting of January?
Yes. Also, I wanted to thank Mr. Zarnik for his lovely comment, because yes, I do make the best chocolate chip cookies. And I had a couple comments, I did want to explain the differences in the sizes of the containers. The sizes of the containers are for the departments. It is my hope that the department heads of those departments with multiple personnel share. And that the individual department heads, that is why your container is smaller. It's not about who I like best. My mom got a small one too. So just want to make sure that I'm sure you probably did. So if we can just please make sure to share those with your departments. And as always, thank you guys very much for everything you do. And that's just a little token from myself, the village clerk, and our family. And then I would like to say just a happy holidays. We're in the middle of Hanukkah right now, so happy Hanukkah, if that's the holiday that you celebrate. Merry Christmas, and happy Kwanzaa, and Happy New Year. I know some of you we may not see before the end of the year, so I just want to make sure that we do say that. And Mr. Dennis, did you have something to say? We don't have any public comments. It's not public comments anymore. But
I
will
understand
give you the
that,
floor.
but I told everybody the last time I was here, I would check and see what kind of, if we could get something for the memorial out here. And we can either, I can get you, try to get a tank or a helicopter.
Great.
Wow.
That's great.
When I find out more, I'll let you know more.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Hope it's
And by the way, it will be transported for nothing, so the only thing you'll have to do is probably put up pictures where nobody can miss.
Thank you very much. Any other comments or questions from the board of trustees? Hearing none, I'd like a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.